Hello beauties, welcome to Cosmo Muse Tarot and this week's glow up reading. I'm doing something a little bit different for this one. I'm going to lean a little bit more into my astrological wisdoms. That's sort of before being a card reader, I've been an astrologer for I feel like my whole life, but at least like over 20 years. So that's really like something deeply ingrained in me. And I've sort of been thinking about ways to do a little bit more astrology, like merge them somehow. So I'm not just giving an astrological report, but using astrology in tarot readings a little bit more. So we're going to try that this week with this glow up. I want to tap in to some current planetary energies. So you are welcome to choose all three of these piles. We're going to do a glow up that you could tap into based on which solar season we are in when this reading comes out. Also based off of Mercury in retrograde when this reading comes out, or based off of the full moon, which will be taking place when this reading comes out. So it is a timeless reading though. So you may come to this reading when the planets, when Mercury, the moon, and the solar season are different from when this video is released. But I think that's okay because sometimes there are things that seed within us that a season or a planetary energy kind of seeds within us that doesn't have the opportunity to sort of be expressed or come into that glow up that it might bring until something happens in life that brings it out of us. So whenever you're attracted to this, it may be right when these planetary energies are happening, or it might be a year later and suddenly maybe something's happened in life and that timing is now able to express out of you for whatever reason in your chart. So, so let's choose the three piles. And again, feel free to claim any of these glow ups. So a pile for our solar season, which is Leo season when this comes out. And Leo season is all about connecting to our hearts, standing in our light, honoring our sense of leadership and command and creativity in life. So what does this Leo season glow up want to bring? The Siren. Okay. And so in each of these readings, I'll be using the cards to kind of tap into ways you can tap into the potential glow up that these planetary energies hold. Okay, and so then we also have an Aquarius full moon right around this reading when it's coming out. So let's check that out. So Aquarius, that means that it's been 6 months about since we had our Aquarius new moon, which is when we set intentions in an energy, and at the full moon, something's starting to mature and come into a more fruitful stage from that seed. And Aquarius has a lot to do with kind of collective energy and our originality and being able to break out of limitations, find more freedom, see a sense of our future, and also just plugging into friendships and groups of all sorts. So we've got the flame for that. And then there's also Mercury retrograde in Leo during this time. And one of the beautiful things, Mercury retrograde gets a lot of flack for good reason. I won't get into that. I want to tap into something beautiful about Mercury retrograde, which is we come into, a process of editing and refining things during a Mercury retrograde. It's just not a great time to start new things, but things that have already been out there that you've been working on, that come into this mode of editing and refining, we can have these huge aha moments of really getting something, like, oh, I see the pattern now, or I see how to solidify this in myself, or I get something now, right? Something like clicks in that you've worked hard at. So a glow up around something kind of clicking in. Okay. See if we can get something to pop out here. This one wanted to, the threshold. Okay. So feel free to jump into any of these readings if you want to tap into the potential glow up that any of these planetary energies hold. So from the solar season of Leo, we have the Siren, the Aquarius full moon energy, the Flame, and Mercury retrograde in Leo, the Threshold. Okay, timestamps are in the descriptions if you want to jump to just, you know, if there's only one that you're feeling interested in, feel free to just jump to that. Otherwise, if you want them all, just kind of stay tuned and we'll go from, you know, pile one all the way through. All right, see you guys in your readings. Hello, pile one. Welcome to your glow up reading. And this one is associated with how to tap in to the Leo solar season energy to get a glow up it is offering. And so the main card that came out for this is the Siren. So merging the Siren with Leo energy, and particularly the sun in Leo, whichever solar season we are in, it talks about the kind of like how we are tapping into the light of the season, how we're tapping into the creativity of the season. And Leo is all about stepping into your light and command in general. So the sun in a certain sign has that creative life force, but the sun also rules the sign of Leo. So it's kind of just doubling down on the general energy of the sun, of like how to be in your light, how to creatively express with your light, how to lead and command and take up light, right? How to stand in your light, take up light, create with your light. It also has a deep connection to leading with the heart. So being able to be courageous, do things that to us feel courageous. So like you may do certain things in life that to others appear courageous, but it's not that courageous to you. It's about stepping into things that for you are courageous. So the Siren coming through here makes me feel like there is some glow up to tap into in this Leo season that's a little bit more fluid and kind of in a flow state. So being able to tap into creation and leadership and general creativity and heart through being in a flow state. So some guidance coming through to tap into this Leo season glow up is to surrender a little bit. Maybe that in itself is like an act of courage for you right now, is to surrender a little bit. State, you know, listen to your heart, drop into your heart. What does it want? State that, and then like let go and let that find some kind of current, universal current that's already in flow. And how can you trust that? How can you just just really come into, you know, looking at this egg, that's what it looks like to me above the tail of the Siren, is sort of like holding this intention in your third eye of like, what is it that you want to create? How is it you want to stand in your courage? Hold that intention and then letting go, letting some kind of current pick you up and being courageous enough to let go. Because there's something going on with some energies this season where there is some kind of current that's a little bit magical, that's a little bit cosmic, that's connected to, you know, that can connect you into being in flow states. But sometimes you have to surrender to get into flow states. And so it's like, spend some time listening to your heart, getting clear, creating a specific intention, envisioning something specific, and then like let go, right? See what happens when you let go, and trusting that like some kind of flow state will pick you up, or some kind of current will pick you up that will help you to drop into some kind of flow state. You could even be proactive about doing things that allow you to surrender into flow. Like, does music do that for you? Does meditation do that for you? Does going on a walk do that for you? What are things you can do that help you to let go a little bit? Okay, let's get a Sacred Destiny card to see a little bit about where that flow state might lead you. Healing chaos. So definitely an asking to sort of trust if things feel a little bit messy, feel a little bit like creation's happening in no specific direction or purpose. There's more than meets the eye sometimes in chaos. Like something is coming apart in order to come together. Something is incubating and congealing. So I do think, the siren and chaos both have like a Neptunian sort of association for me. And it is this thing of like letting go, because that's the exact thing you need in order to heal certain like baggage that feels too big, is just to surrender it, to find compassion for yourself first, and then that leads to you being able to have compassion for others or for life, whatever. It's like find some self-compassion, let go. There's something healing in that, and that healing is leading to some kind of flow state. But there is this thing being asked of you to like let go. Allow life to fall apart a little, or to feel chaotic a little. Something may feel like you can't control it, like something's falling apart in your life, especially around maybe how you're feeling creative. Like, what is my creativity? It feels like it's in shambles, or my sense of leadership or my sense of heart feels like it's in shambles. And this is saying like, just find compassion for that. Like, it's okay, let it. And just the act of doing that is going to help you catch some like flow state current that will have this deeply inspiring, like connect you to some deeply inspiring energy or idea or state of being. But yeah, that's like the glow up that's coming, is like finding compassion and letting life fall apart a little is exactly how you get, you have to go through it to get to it. And in this case, to the glow up. And that glow up is inspiration. Okay, let's get a couple of tarot cards to add to this. Ooh. The Magician. Yes, you are going to find your magic if you can, like, again, this isn't just a glow up that you are naturally going to have. This is advice of how to get the potentiality of a planetary glow up on offer. Let go. Find compassion for yourself. You will find inspiration, and you will tap in to your sense of being able to manifest, your sense of like really feeling strong and courageous about stepping, like doing something with the inspiration that comes to you. Once you find that glow up, it's like you're going to know what to do with that inspiration to actually do something with it, right? We often can find moments like, just last night for me, I went to a concert that just like woke me up out of my summer funk. Being a redhead, I really struggle with summer because I live in the desert and it's so hard for me. And I go into this hibernation and just try to like survive. And I went to this concert last night that was up a canyon. It was a little cooler, which was so nice for me. And the band was like so much better than I could have imagined. So like I felt like I tapped into this flow state and this inspiration that this Leo season is offering. But this is saying that not only once you tap into that inspiration, like some knowing of what to do with that, to actually manifest something out of that, is that next step coming in. Like, patience with it, right? Allow the chaos, like I could actually literally relate my moment in time to this reading, which I should be, like any of us can claim any of these readings. I go into chaos mode in summer. Life falls apart for me. I struggle. I let go. I went to this concert even though I was like, I don't even know if I have the energy. I don't know if I feel up to it. My husband was the same. We're like, do we really want to go to this? I'm so heat exhausted. It's outside, but it is up a canyon, so maybe it will be cool. And we just, leaned into the chaos. We're like, let's just do it. Let's just go. Life feels crazy right now, but let's just go. And we tapped that inspiration so beautifully and so hard. I probably haven't hit the magician yet. Maybe when this reading goes live, I do these readings about a week ahead of when they get published. So maybe when this is published, by that point, I will have found like something to do with that inspiration, or maybe that inspiration just like moves me to, I do have certain things I want to manifest. So maybe that just gives me that movement, that flow to kind of start manifesting, finding energy to kind of engage life. So whatever this all means to you, these are just my examples of right now for me. Let's get one more tarot card. We've got transformation. I love it. Sometimes we have to, this is sort of the death card too in normal tarot. The way I'm reading it here is like sometimes we have to hit rock bottom. Sometimes we have to feel life as having fallen apart, or feeling a sense of purposelessness, or a sense of exhaustion, or a sense of whatever's bottom for you, actual loss of something. Whatever makes sense to you in this season when you hear this, some kind of feeling of like hitting a bottom. I could absolutely relate to that. I do feel like I've hit the bottom and I'm starting to come back up. Like evenings are starting to grow. It's getting a little cooler in the evening. Evening comes earlier. I hit the bottom of my summer funk, right? And I'm starting to come out of it. I feel that transformation taking place. I feel my energy changing because the seasonal energy is changing. However that works for you, what does that mean for you? What was your rock bottom? Because most people I know love summer, so my issue is probably not your issue. But what was your rock bottom? What feels like chaos to you, right? And how can you just let go into that and move towards that thing that might hold inspiration, but that you're like, it might take a little courage to just do it, right? For me, that was like the courage to just get myself together to go to a concert. Doesn't sound like a lot of courage, but it felt like courage for me. It was like, oh my gosh, I've had, every night this weekend there's been something, and that's been great. It's pulling me out, but it's taken a lot of energy, and now this is the third night in a row, and I don't think I have it in me. And it took a lot of courage to be like, just buck it up, just go, right? And it was the most, transformative night I needed. It transformed my summer funk. I'm like now coming back out of it, and I do feel like I will start to get that energy back to start manifesting in my life again. So what does that mean to you? What is your bottom? What is the chaos you're feeling? What is the thing you need courage for to say yes to something that might be inspiring, that might lift you up? Do it, right? Okay, so to end here, let's get a daily crystal inspiration, kind of a piece of advice, I guess you could say, to really tap into this. Find a way to forgive. Yes. So just double emphasizing what I said, like have compassion for wherever you're at, whatever this chaos feels like to you, or this rock bottom feels like to you. have compassion around it. Be gentler on yourself. This to me, I'm reading a lot more as like self-compassion. Forgive yourself for being human. Forgive yourself for not being perfect, for not being productive, for not whatever it is for you, for not, maybe there's something that you weren't courageous in leading up to this. Forgive it, you know? We all have our ebbs and flows. Life goes in life cycles. There are times when things fall apart. It's okay. So yeah, so that is the suggestion coming through, to really get into a mode of being able to move into this and find that glow up is, find a way for it to give, but I'm interpreting as just some self-compassion right now. All right, I hope you guys tap into this and find your Leo season glow up. I know I'm in mode. I've already stepped into this, and I can tell you it's worth it. So yeah, go for it. All right, see you guys. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your glow up reading. You're here if you want to tap into the potential glow up that the Aquarius full moon is holding. You may be coming here at a totally different time, way after the Aquarius full moon, but these astrological events do kind of like tap into things within us, and sometimes those don't get released until, you know, some other trigger comes up or some experience happens that allows us to utilize something that's kind of seated within us. So don't worry about when you come here. Okay, so jumping into it, Aquarius full moon is, any full moon is a 6-month point from when the new moon of the same sign happened. The new moon is about like seeding an intention, creating an intention, and the full moon is that halfway mark between the next new moon and is showing what is starting to mature and grow and starting to manifest around that seed. And in Aquarius, this has a lot to do with sort of like group energy, collective energy, as well as being able to like break free of old limitations and really claim a greater sense of the spectrum of our light, our originality, really being able to see and envision the future. So there's a lot of innovative energy around it as well. So the flame here in connection with the Aquarius full moon makes me feel like maybe there's a new kind of spark in you that you're starting to understand. Like, you know, maybe there was like a seed of like just wanting to find a new spark at the new moon, and now at the full moon it's like you're seeing that spark, you're seeing a little new flame, a new quality of light that's starting to arise in you. Starting to, you could even say it as like starting to hold a flame for something new in your life or something more hopeful in your life. Starting to see your way out of some kind of limiting scenario, starting to find some inner guidance, some inner wisdom of like how to lead yourself out of something that's limiting or into a new quality within you. All of these types of things are coming up, so whatever connects with you. So let's do a couple of tarot cards to get just a little, oh wait, no, we're going to do a sacred destiny card first, and then we'll do some tarot cards as well to get a little bit more about this. And we all have the potential to come into this glow up. So let's get a little bit more to help us understand how to take advantage of it. So inner peace. I like this because this flame does feel like this inner flame you're touching into. And I think it's one that is helping you to honor who you are at a deeper level, and something that is allowing you to touch into a greater sense of inner peace by really honoring and embracing, and like it feels like self-acceptance, like seeing some light within you that was hard for you to see before, or hard for you to integrate or accept, like something, it's almost like some shadow work, like some quality of light within you maybe was like rejected or abandoned or suppressed or something, and it's like you're able to clear out some debris around that and like resurrect it and sort of relight an aspect of yourself that kind of got lost in the shuffle, got abandoned, and it maybe created some tension within you, but like sort of resurrecting this, like reigniting something within you or connecting to a quality you didn't understand about yourself or never even really saw. But something's lighting in you, whatever that means, whether it's resurrecting or newly seeing, that is bringing like a greater sense of inner peace and a really like a greater sense of self-acceptance and really like honoring the like a greater wholeness of who you are, right? Okay, so let's do a couple of tarot cards here. But it does, like Aquarius can tap into, group and collective energy, or it can tap into our uniqueness, and something feels more personal about this. So I do feel it's like something about like really lighting a flame for something that's really unique in you that maybe you were scared to express or rejected at some point, and now you're just like claiming your full uniqueness, and it's somehow feeling more peaceful to you. The sun, yes, you are, this glow up, you have the potential with this full moon energy of Aquarius to really honor the full spectrum of your light, really claim who you are, really accept who you are, and in a way that is that doesn't feel like this courageous move, that doesn't feel like this I just need to be more bold and honor this. Something that's more personal, where it's like you almost have to keep your own source energy alive. You almost have to find this greater and more whole self-acceptance. It's like a really personal thing going on. And it feels compassionate and it feels gentle. But something happening, some real inner opening taking place of just like, I need to really accept myself, or I really need to accept this part of my light because it is light, right? I shouldn't have to work on accepting it because it's light, it's source, it's beautiful, right? And so there's something gentle unfolding and peaceful unfolding and really accepting unfolding for who you are. Yeah, okay, let's get one more tarot card. This one wants to come out. Justice. It's going to bring that potential that's here with this glow up, should you claim it, is bringing like a greater sense of balance. And also I feel like a message coming from the universe saying that like it is justified, like you are justified to own this part of your light. You deserve to own the, like not only will this bring balance, but it's like you deserve to honor your full spectrum. It's justified, there's justice in it somehow, but overall will also just bring a greater sense of balance into your life. So really work on like turning inward. If you're coming to this at a different time than when the this reading will come out very close to when the Aquarius full moon is, but if you're coming at a totally different time, at every full moon, we have the opportunity to really turn inward. So look at the a moon calendar for when the next full moon is, and really make some intention to do some deep inner work to really go within yourself and find some, like really pay attention to some quality of light that is turning on in you. And I think it's as simple as that. So if you're coming at the right timing with this, where we either, just had or about to have the Aquarius full moon, it's like, how can you take some time to just like turn inward and like communicate with like whatever sense of light is turning on within you? Just like really spend some time. Like the way to touch into this glow up is to spend some inward time in feeling into some light that's turning on in you. Okay, so to end this reading, we're just going to get some guidance from the Daily Crystal Inspiration, something that can really help you to fully step into this glow up. What is the advice from the crystal realm? Fluorite, I find peace within. Yeah. And even this stone, look, it kind of has a rainbow spectrum a little bit. I mean, it's all kind of in the blue, green, purples, but it is sort of like this spectrum of color. Like, how can you just really honor what's original and unique about you that's really turning on? And how by doing that, how by allowing that light to be present and honored and nourished, will that bring you like a greater sense of peace and wholeness and balance in life? So just spend a little inward time. Notice what light is kind of turning on and starting to like take shape in you, because this is a manifesting time. What light have you been nourishing and is starting to kind of take shape? And how can you honor that? And by doing that, by giving this time and honoring an inward gaze, how is that bringing like greater peace into your life? Really beautiful. Not what I would have expected with an Aquarius full moon kind of glow up reading, because usually it's like much more like tapping into humanity and causes and groups and collaboration. But there is that side to Aquarius that is more personal, that's liberating, allowing your whole spectrum of you to shine, which is what gives you your originality. And something very personal is happening around that right now, breaking free to just feel like you can be you, like you can turn on the light that is authentically and originally and uniquely yours, and feeling peaceful about doing so. Beautiful. All right, so go get this glow up. It feels really gorgeous, and wishing you luck with that and with just really finding peace and being your whole self. And if this resonated, I always appreciate the likes and shares and subscribes, and definitely always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments. And hope to see you in future readings as well. See you guys. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to this glow up reading. So we're tapping into some planetary energies that are giving advice on how to tap into a glow up based on things going on in the planets. And if you come at a totally different time, that's okay, because a lot of times these sort of planetary transits or cosmic happenings, seed something in us, and sometimes it takes, different timing or some other circumstance to sort of allow that to present or to come to your surface, right? So maybe you're here right when this is happening, and this is showing you how to like really tap into the glow up, and maybe you're here at a different time, and this is showing you how to bring this out of you. Okay, so this glow up is based on the Leo Mercury retrograde taking place when this is published. And so Mercury is our planet that's our busy planet. It's our messenger planet. It rules communication, movement, thinking, connection, ideas, contracts, commerce, the movement of life, the threading of life, how things are connected and moved, right? And so in Leo, how we're moving heart, how we're moving creativity, how we're moving and connecting command and leadership. And I'm wanting to tap into the retrograde that's happening, which is when we come into a phase of like refining and editing things that have already been in motion. So retrogrades are not a great time to initiate things, but they are a beautiful time to refine and edit. Hence, we can have a glow up with a retrograde in terms of coming into those moments where like you've worked really hard on something, you've worked to refine it, to understand it, and then suddenly something clicks and you're like, oh, I get it. I've worked really hard, for like a year or 2 years on trying to get this. Or trying to figure this out or puzzle it, and it's like something clicks all of a sudden and you're like, oh, got it. This is integrated now. I get what this is about. So this is a glow up about an aha moment that you have the potential to tap into by really paying attention to the Mercury retrograde, and especially around, exactly how you're moving, connecting and thinking about something having to do with your creativity, heart, and command. And so the first card we have here is the threshold. And so this makes me feel like whatever you sit down and give space to refining around things around heart, creativity, and command that have already been in motion. So giving some refining energy to heart, creativity, or command that's already been in motion, by giving energy, refining energy to that, you have the potential to have the quality of epiphany or aha moment that helps you not only just understand something, so that like it brings sort of a finality to something because you get it now, but that finality, that getting something, is allowing you to then start something new, to feel the confidence of like, oh, I have acquired this, a certain confidence and competence as well. Confidence because I'm competent in something now, which is allowing me to make a new move, which is allowing me to dream of like, or to take something into a whole new realm, a whole new step of something, because I now get this information. I now get how to move my leadership, or how to use my mind to move my connections or my creativity, how to move my creativity in the world, or how to move my leadership in the world. I'm getting something about how to do that, how to make my creativity or my leadership connect and move things in life. Something's making sense now, so I can envision something new now, right? I can step over a new threshold because I'm really understanding something about moving my creativity and leadership now. But you have to take the effort to do some refining, to put some work into this. But the glow up available is it really something clicking in, and this new vision of how you can like what you could do with that in a new way, in an up-leveled way. Okay, let's do a Sacred Destiny card along with this. Let's see, I kind of want the bottom card here. Embrace. Yeah, this is something you've worked on for some time. You've really been patient. This is indicating you've been very patient. You've trusted in maybe being in over your head at points in terms of how you've been using your leadership and creativity the past couple years. Just kind of like, put yourself into something that was a lot, but being patient to observe, to notice patterns, to notice cycles, to be a little bit detached so you could observe things. In some kind of effort or some kind of project or some kind of circumstance that was maybe a little overwhelming. But by being, actually I'm feeling this is like the advice coming through, that like you may feel that right now, like you're in over your head, or you just got in over your head in something that was creative or leadership oriented that flooded you, right? That was a lot. And this embracing card, I'm feeling this is actually like some advice coming through of how you're going to get to the globe. It's like you need to be patient now. You're over the flooding. The flooding has happened. The overwhelm has happened. And you're kind of in that mode of trying to separate from the stress of that, or detach from the overwhelm of it to get some perspective and to understand what you even learned. Like it may have been, some overwhelm may have been so much that you don't even know what you learned yet. And it's like there's still, like the tide is going out, but very slowly. It's going to take time. So you're like moving stress through your body. You're moving processing of things through your body. And it's like, this is like patience. This just takes patience, but the tide will go out. The waters will go down. And what you'll be left with is a new sense of fertility. You'll be able to see clearly what you did learn and integrate it. And a new sense of fertile opportunity is what will be left there. And you will be like, oh, wow, yeah, that was rough. That was hard. This damn Mercury retrograde, or this Leo energy anyway, has been a lot, right? But I get it. I get why this happened. I get why I put myself in this circumstance or was brought to this circumstance. The patience and the observing and the detachment and the processing have helped me to gain perspective, and now I understand something, and now I can step into a new threshold with what I've learned. I can envision what to do with what I've integrated and learned around heart, creativity, leadership, something in that realm. Really cool. Okay, so hang in there. I feel like this isn't sort of a glow up that's coming right this second. There's still some patience involved. So I feel like this is sort of like you're doing a good job type of reading. The glow up will come if you continue to do that good job of processing, detaching, observing, waiting, patience, moving things through you, right? There is light coming, and you are about to come into that aha, so just keep going. Okay, some tarot cards. We've got 9 of Cups, and what is left when the waters go out and the silts have been left with new fertile understanding, new fertile possibility, is things that wish fulfillment are made of. I don't think you can see that right now, that any sort of wish fulfillment lies underneath of what you're working, trying to process right now, because it's a little murky. But when that aha clicks in, you're going to see opportunities that really connect to a sense of wish fulfillment. You're going to see thresholds, openings, it's like doors opening to you, and you having the courage to walk through them now that you understand something, now that that aha has clicked in. You have the courage to step over that threshold. And over that threshold are things that dreams are made of. And then we've got Six of Cups. Really being able to connect into a deep sense of emotion. To me, this read on the Six of Cups has, I don't know why, maybe it's because of that Leo energy entangled here. And the mind with Mercury is like being able to go in and use memory and emotion to create something profound, like something that like really being able to lead or create from a place that's really deep and potent and magnetic. That gives, even though like whatever you're expressing or creating or how you're leading may not hold literal nostalgia for other people, it's sourcing from this deep place, and it makes people feel at home either with your leadership or your creation or your heart, because there's a sense of something is deeply sourced. There's a sense of something that is profoundly understood and sourced. Okay, so let's get to end this. A daily crystal inspiration, some more guidance around how to tap into this glow up from Mercury retrograde in Leo. I feel this top card wanting out. And we have tourmalated quartz. Get out of your own way. Yes. So for sure, as soon as like you feel that aha click in, so to get this glow up, you need to continue to process the way you're processing, to detach, to observe, to take things in from a removed position, so that you can gain a perspective and understanding. And so by doing that, what will come is that aha, right? And when that aha comes, it's like, get out of your own way. Things are opening up to you. Don't second guess it. Act on that deep, powerful energy that will start to be coursing through you, and trust that you're intuitively really understanding something. And so those impulses to do something with that, like get out of your own way, it's powerful, it's magnetic, it will lead to some wish fulfillment. So allow that kind of impulse to take place. Allow the movement of creative energy and flow to just go, right? Get out of the way of that. Don't question it. Don't get into your mind, because we are talking about a Mercury glow up, and Mercury has a lot to do with the mind. So it's like, get out of your own way by not getting too into your mind. Let that movement happen, right? Because Mercury is also movement. Allow movement to happen, and allow some flow to kind of amplify that movement. Just like jump into the flow of something, because it's holding really potent, really powerful, really magnetic energy, and could lead you to some beautiful wish fulfillment. So the glow up that's coming is, not only that aha moment of like clarity of why I went through that, or what this experience was about that was overwhelming, but that now really inspiring me to take a leap and get out of my own way, and that leading to something really amazing in your life to unfold. So really, really cool message coming through for you guys. I hope that resonated, and good luck. Just, keep doing what you're doing is what this is saying, and then it will come for you. All right. If this did resonate, I always appreciate support, likes, shares, and subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well, and wishing you luck with this, and hope to see you in future readings.